good, isn't it?
Oh, it's beautiful.
With you through every storm. That's the Suncorp spirit.
Tonight's weather report brought to you by Suncorp Insurance, with you through every storm.
Good evening, Livio, Regano with tonight's weather. The next few days should stay fairly quiet for coastal Queensland at least, with most of the storm action occurring inland in the afternoons, and even that's going to be very hit and miss. But next week we enter a new phase with better odds of rain across all areas. Today's top temps range from 30 degrees in Yeppoon to 37 at Emerald. Overnight lows were also in the bottom 20s, and Rocky's humidity was 37%. The satellite loop, let's have a look at it now. A few active areas today, much like yesterday. Carnarvon Ranges, Darling Downs, South Burnett. As of about 5 o'clock, no warnings had yet been issued for severe thunderstorms, but it's only early and it's still possible, and they'll eventually spread to the southeast. In the tropics, it's been generally very quiet, with just a couple of little cells appearing randomly here and there. Now let's look at today's chart. The culprit for the inland storms, at least, is this western trough. Notice how it starts to stretch out a bit more horizontally, and the coastal section is starting to move up the northern New South Wales coast in the form of a slightly cooler change. Not much there, but that trough has been triggering those storms. In the tropics, the southeasterly trades are breaking down, so it's been quite humid, and generally speaking, it's been quiet on the weather front. Now, tomorrow's chart, things change a little bit. The trough moves up the coast, high coming in behind it. A coolish change across southern Queensland at least, more showers and storms, and on the outlook chart, that coolish change spreads further north, and all the storms regress inland with that western trough. Now let's look at the Weather Bureau's official forecast. Boating for Capricornia waters, we've got a southeast to easterly tomorrow, up to 20 knots, but mostly lighter. Friday and Saturday, east to northeast, 10 to 15 knots. High tide first up tomorrow, followed by low tide later in the afternoon. The run-out's starting to get quite strong now that we're only 3 days out from new moon. The Capricornia district forecast, a slight chance of a shower or storm, but mostly drier, with Gladstone reaching 31 degrees, 33 for Rockhampton, a warm night. For Billawheeler, it's also 33, and Yeppoon 29. Central Highlands and Coalfields, afternoon storms in the southeast, south I should say, they could be severe. Emerald reaching 35 degrees, Claremont and Moranbah 35 as well. Looking ahead for Rockhampton, next week should see the return of showers and even possibly storms, especially from Tuesday as an upper low pressure system takes pole position on the chart. I don't have much detail on this photo except that it was taken from Elliott Heads. It's a real cocktail of interesting effects, including colour dispersion at the top, which we call cloud iridescence, and small raggy clouds under the storm, which we call scud. Thanks Cheryl Johnston for that one. Take care, folks. See you soon. And now it's back to the team.
You're wonderful, Liv. Thank you very much, mate. Thanks for your company. See you tomorrow.
And just a reminder, you can watch a replay of our news on the 7plus app. From all of us here, good night.
Good night.
Tonight on 7 News, the Queen to privately